Good morning, my dear children. How are you all? I hope you are all fine. You are all staying safe. I know that. So, what have we discussed in the last class? Yes, we were discussing a poem. The name of the poem is The Brave Little Kite. So, we were discussing a poem named The Brave Little Kite. It is about a small little kite. And the little kite is afraid to float in the sky. It is afraid to go up in the sky because it fears that it will fall down. So, one big kite is asking the little kite to float in the sky. Otherwise, it will never learn. So, we have discussed the first three stanzas of the poem. That is half of the poem we have discussed in the last class. Today, we are moving on to the rest of the poem. Okay. Now, take page number 19 in your textbook. So, I am reading fourth stanza. Listen carefully, okay? First, whirling and frightened, then braver grown. Up, up, he rose through the air alone, till the big kite, looking down, could see the little one rising steadily. So, we have discussed in the last class that the little kite is afraid to fly in the sky, but the big kite asked the little kite to fly and the big kite floated. So, the little kite have started flying. It is very much afraid. So, we can, in the fourth stanza, it is given that how the little kite floats in the sky. First, whirling and frightened. So, at first it was whirling. It was whirling and frightened. What do you mean by whirling? Whirling means spinning. That is, it is moving in a circular motion because it is frightened. The little kite is frightened. So, it is moving in a circular motion because it is frightened. First, whirling and frightened, then braver grown. Then what happened? Then it became braver. That means it became courageous. It braver grown. Up, up, he rose through the air alone. So, he rose through the air. He rise up through the air alone. Lonely. It rose up in the sky alone because it became braver. First, it was frightened. It was whirling. It was spinning. It was frightened. First, the little kite was afraid to fly, but now it became brave. It became courageous and it started flying up in the sky. Till the big kite looking down could see the little one rising steadily. So, the big kite is there in the sky, up in the sky. It is looking down. So, what did the big kite see? The big kite saw that the little kite is floating up. So, the big kite became happy. Then, how the little kite thrilled with pride, and he sailed with the big kite side by side. While far below he could see the ground and the boys like small dots moving around. So, what happened? Then, how the little kite thrilled with pride. So, it started flying. The little kite started flying and it became proud. It became proud. It was thrilled with pride. What do you mean by thrill? Thrill means excited. So, it was thrilled with pride. It was excited. It was very happy because it is flying for the first time. For the first time it is flying. So, it became very happy. Then how the little kite thrilled with pride and he sailed with a big kite side by side. So, it went up in the sky and it reached near the big kite. So, the big kite was there in the sky. Now, the little kite also has float up. Now, these two are then there in the sky nearby. Okay. So, big kite is there. The little kite also have reached near the big kite. While far below he could see the ground and the boys like small dots moving around. So, from up in the sky, this little kite can see the ground below. So, it is looking far from the sky to the ground. So, it is seeing the boys as small dots. In the ground, there are some boys playing in the ground. So many boys are playing there in the ground. And the little kite is looking from upwards. So, it can see the boys as small dots. We all know that, right? If we see the ground from a bigger place, from a height, if we see the ground from a height, the things will be very small. The things that is there in the ground will be very small, right? So, likewise, this kite is up in the sky. It has gone so far. So, it is seeing the boys playing in the ground at small dots. It can see the boys as small dots. Okay, clear? They rested high in the quiet air, and only the birds and clouds were there. Oh, how happy I am, the little kite cried. And all because I was brave and I tried. So they rested in the quiet air. They rested high in the quiet air. Who is the they referred here? They means the big kite and the little kite. Both of them, the big kite and the little kite, rested high in the quiet air. So they rested in the air. They rested up in the sky. And only the birds and clouds were there. What is there in the sky? So many clouds are there in the sky, right? And some birds are flying there in the sky. So the little kite and the big kite is resting in the sky. Some birds and clouds were only there in the sky. Oh, how happy I am, the little kite cried. So now the little kite is very happy because for the first time it has floated up in the sky. It has gone up for the first time. And it is now very happy. So the little kite is crying from happiness that, oh, how happy I am. And all because I was brave and I tried. Why this happened? It is because I was brave. I was courageous. The little kite is saying that I was courageous. I was brave. So this happened. I tried. So if it never tried, it will never go up. Right? So the little kite have tried its level best. So it reached up in the sky and became very happy. So the little kite is saying us that we all must try for something. If we try, we will succeed. Okay. Clear? Okay. I'll read once again the poem. I can never do it, the little kite said, as he looked at the others high over his head. I know I would fall if I tried to fly. Try, said the big kite. Only try, or I fear you will never learn at all. But the little kite said, I am afraid I'll fall. The big kite nodded. Ah, well, goodbye. I'm off, and he rose towards a tranquil sky. Then the little kite's paper stirred at the sight, and trembling, he shook himself free for flight. First whirling and frightened, then braver grown. Up, up he rose through the air alone, till the big kite looking down could see the little one racing steadily. Then how the little kite thrilled with pride, and he sailed with the big kite side by side, while far below he could see the ground and the boys like small dots moving around. They rested high in the quiet air, and only the birds and clouds were there. Oh, how happy I am, the little kite cried, and all because I was brave and I tried. So I hope this is clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do ask me through WhatsApp. I'll send you notes. You have to write it and study well for your midterm examination. Okay. Thank you.